We're all alone with dad, so I make me own run. I can eat what I want, so I pick the best one. I pick up ham and chocolate chips and stick them in the bread. Didn't need a liquor stuff that's saying paper and bread.
One, two. Great. One, two, three!
Sorry, I'm having second thoughts about that finish, so the only fair thing to do is restart this match. I just wanted to wish you luck in your match tonight, Tyson Washington. After all, dangerous things happen back here, and it would be a shame if you ended up crawling to the ring. But neither of us want that to happen, right? So hand over $510 and I'll let you live. No, do your worst. You think I'm bluffing? When I'm finished with you, the only place you'll be going to is intensive care. I'm here from WCW to challenge Indie Wrestling Union to an interpromotional showdown. If you've got any guts, your best will agree to face our best on the 4th week of October? Sure, we'll take on WCW. I guess you're not the cowards we thought you were. At least you'll put up a fight before you lose. This court has convened to hear the case against Tyson Washington. Bailey, you pressed charges, so could you explain why we're here? The history books claim that Tyson Washington beat me, but everybody knows it wasn't fair. If we walk back every mistake ever made, we'd have to go back to when Bailey was born. After hearing what you have to say and reviewing the evidence, this court rules in favor of Bailey. Tyson Washington, you broke every rule in the book to steal a victory over Bailey. You're now on the wrong side of history, and I also order you to pay $3,125 in lost earnings. It's not enough to see you lose in court, Washington. This doesn't end until you pay the ultimate price. All right, Washington, you proved your point. I don't want any more trouble with you. Welcome to the International Press Conference for WCW vs Indie Wrestling Union. Tyson Washington has yet to win at Indie Wrestling Union. How will you keep it that way, Chris Benoit? I've been doing this longer than Tyson Washington, and that experience will make all the difference. Tyson Washington, how can you remain undefeated against the threat that Chris Benoit poses? As the fitter athlete, I don't even have to beat Chris Benoit, I just have to let him beat himself. Alright, I think we better wrap this up before we witness an impromptu fight right here. Weren't any help at all, Dean Malika. It's almost as if you wanted me to lose. Anyone that can beat Chris Benoit deserves to be at WCW as well. We feel you'd be a valuable addition to the roster, and we're prepared to make it happen with this deal. All right, I think we can make that work. Welcome to WCW. We'll book you against Chris Benoit straight away to reignite your feud. For those that like to keep count, this was my 6th victory in a row. Chris Benoit couldn't end my streak, and nobody else has what it takes either. Thanks for getting rid of Chris Benoit. It's about time somebody took out the trash. Tyson Washington, have you ever considered changing the way you conduct yourself in the ring? The way you do something can be more important than what you do. A few new gestures could help you express yourself. No, I'm comfortable the way I am. Well, you don't look very comfortable right now. Body language is This court has convened to hear the case against Tyson Washington. Chris Benoit, you pressed charges, so could you explain why we're here? The history books claim that Tyson Washington beat me, but everybody knows it wasn't fair. If we walk back every mistake ever made, we'd have to go back to when Chris Benoit was born. After hearing what you have to say and reviewing the evidence, this court rules in favor of Chris Benoit. Tyson Washington, you're now on the wrong side of history. Tyson Washington, have you ever considered changing the strikes in your arsenal? No, I like the way I fight. Alright. I was sorry to see that show trial, Tyson Washington. They never even gave you a chance to make your case. This court has convened to hear the case against Tyson Washington. Chris Benoit, you pressed charges, so could you explain why we're here? Tyson Washington is responsible for my injury and shouldn't get to walk away from it. Chris Benoit injured himself in my presence and has no right to blame it on me. After hearing what you have to say and reviewing the evidence, this court rules in favor of Chris Benoit. Tyson Washington, you went too far with Chris Benoit and have yet to even show any remorse. I order you to pay $22,400 in damages, and also stay out of the ring before you can do any more. We're pleased to be joined in the studio by Tyson Washington of WCW. How do you feel when people dismiss wrestling as fake? Do you think you could take me in a fight right now? Never use the F word around me. Is the F word fight? Because that's one thing I'd never see you do, Tyson Washington.